Allow me to worship Chukwukika Biama on behalf of the entire family listening right across the length and breadth of this very planet. All of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwukika Biama in heaven. Therefore, our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon the pain and the suffering of your children, as was foretold by those who has gone before us, that a day will come when the world will gang up, when all the children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you, Chukwukika Biama, we came amarani mendo muginine the IPOB. Ne beni ne di chiche, rue beni ne owasotur. Kipe magi ne belagi bit obaso ha, upasi ne kendo ha. O kwasu sweli igwe. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating. The saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them. And we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. We ask you for every ounce of determination and resoluteness. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you, that you may do with us as you please. So it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living. That they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer, now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will. And it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and epic task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Chukwu Biama, allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful. against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. Until time everlasting we have prayed in your name. Ise.
We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwuabiama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish.
It's the band of Yasanen, one that I pull up, yeah. So love to your God, look on that I'm soft. I wanna know you're here, I put it before you up to me. Because you are the dog, I want you to put no more again. Whenever I see more, I'm on the way. What's in the open? What's in my phone? What's in my phone? What's in my phone? Of course, it's not the money. One day I'm home. Stash my back, I stash your back. Need to walk with Senator. Let me take them. One day I'm home. Yeah, better Jamoni. Ever see me better than why I'm home. I'm for the devil. I'm today. I'm my one day. Show me love when I'm alive. Love you when I call on God. The L-O-V-E. Share you go be like your cartonatus. Go wait till I choke out your itchy petty. You will not go give me bangry, yeah. Not gonna let a puppy if you drum in there. Show me the Cassia. Did you Abu Salale? We take and judge it. I'm not paying at all. Yeah, better Jamoni. Ever see me better than why I'm
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people wherever you are all over the world. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafor. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. In Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Mazi Uche Okafor is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people for almost 60 years now. He is from Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kike Abiyama, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And as always, we must acknowledge the Creator, the one who made the heavens and the earth. For without him, we are gone as a people. And in my humble way, I will say to him this morning, Anye na jage mau, nihi na imara mai, ihunanya ene na ge, ubioma ge, ujuru anyanya dadio, inwe gimba nwe, odi onye dekage.
Ibu Alpha and Omega, anyị niile na-aja gị mma o. Once again this morning we will move ahead and consider a topic entitled The Imperialist Agenda. The Imperialist Agenda. Imperialism is the practice of a large country or growing government, a stronger growing government, by taking over the poorer or weaker countries that have important resources. When we talk about imperialists, it would have meant the same thing as colonizers. But whether you say they are imperialist or you say colonizer, it's all the same to me. It simply means a bigger country, a more stronger country. Bigger is not because of the landscape. Stronger is not because of their military might. But you know, there is a conspiracy, there is a gang up that makes it look as if a country is bigger and stronger. But the bottom line is that this bigger country, stronger country, they take over the poorer country and the smaller country, all for one purpose: to control their resources. Imperialism is when a country controls another country politically or economically, often against the will of the people of that country. And now, people must understand, it is not as if what we are going through as Biafran is something new. People have been there. People have been there before now. But this is our time. And we have to do what we have to do. But like every other country who have been here before now, they all encounter what we're encountering. But we are giving out our voice. This is a clarion call for you to decide where you will belong. Because in the end, every one of us will give account of our action. Do not think it is going to remain this way forever. There are some countries that wake up one day, they form alliance. And their target is, let us go here, let us do like this, let us do like this. The reason why they are colonials or imperialists, it is simple. They want to steal from small country. You see, when we want to analyze the situation of the world, there are people who sit on the marble, on the diamond podium, and then they address you with a very angelic voice, talking to you politely as if they mean you well. But they are criminally minded individuals who constantly manipulate your mindset to make you see them for who they are not. When United Nations comes and say, we are here to make sure there is peace in the world, we are here to heal the world, and you discover that most countries that form the United Nations are the imperialists, they are the colonizers. It then begins to make you wonder what was actually discussed in Berlin Conference. It makes you begin to wonder that when Americans say we will defend the right of every human being in this planet Earth, do they truly mean it? When then your leaders are telling you that they are going to Japan or Jamaica or India to bring in a government that will build your country in Africa, do they truly mean it? Something is wrong somewhere. They want you to see them for who they are not. The imperialist, the colonialist, they want you to see them for who they are not. But it is important that irrespective of how they disguise themselves, they project themselves to be accepted as the hero, they are never that. They are criminals. They are the real terrorists. They are the vandal. They feel they have bigger alliance. They have forged bigger alliance. They have more stronger military position. They believe they are larger than you. And so what comes to their mind is they look at you and say, this small boy, they have oil, and then we are going to destroy them. And then they put in the president of military in your land. Maybe they want to steal gold, they want to steal silver, they want to steal oil and gas, they want to steal human resources. They are not there to build you. The imperialists are there to rob you. And now people must understand, the people of Biafra across the world must understand. The British imperialists were there sometime in America. America devoted their time 1765 to 1783. They devoted their time to gain their independence. 18 years on, they fought. 18 years on, they revolt. 18 years on, they battled England, Britain. Because the imperialists, the colonialists have taken their life from them. Of course, the case of America is much a complicated one. The British came, they brought in some of their natives to remain in America. And the natives of Britain, English, dwelling in America, tried to wipe out the original owners of America, reducing them to minority. You have the Caucasians, you have the Jewish American, you have different kind of America, all of them inside America, but the British people undo even their own people. When you hear about America, it is ruled by two tribes, not even the owners of America originally. Because when the British brought in their military presence, they want to destroy them completely, the same way they want to destroy Biafra completely. They left their own people known as the British American today. Two tribes have ruled America from independence till this day. From its creation till today, only two tribes rules America. Obama was the one that is there by mistake, the same way Goodluck was there by mistake. And I can assure you, Obama being there is a great mistake to American nation. Of course, that is what they want. To talk about Hillary Clinton, group of company and the husband, these are British Americans. We talk about George Bush and the rest, these are British America. They can constantly interchange it. But even at that, this conspiracy of ruling America, even Britain undermined them. They brought their soldiers up to the extent that Britain was robbing from their soldiers. And so the British, the English in America, revolted against English. For 18 years, it was fierce. It was not hate speech, neither hate action. They fought Britain. They fought Britain. And from this fire of war, America gained independence. And then they said, never again shall we let any country in the world to be humiliated like as we were. But of course, deep call unto depth. It is never so. The British imperialists moved on to India. And I can tell you that India mounted up campaign upon campaign, campaign upon campaign. Only God knew how. They never stopped. Biafrans must understand that India really suffered in the hand of the British imperialists. But they couldn't fight any war like the Americans because they have been divided already. Many countries were to break out of India because they have been compromised by religion. Bangladesh, among others, are there. And so things has fallen apart for them and their center can no longer hold. But the few time they had, from one campaign or the other, they mounted campaign. You have not seen Indian and protest. You have not seen Indian and revolution. There is no kind of protest these people do not carry out. They can wake up today and say it is spitting competition. Indian people will lie the street of India. They will begin to spit and spit and spit and spit and spit, maybe for a whole week. They will wake up the next week and say it is cheating competition. They will shit and poo and throw it everywhere in India. One campaign to another. And finally, they got their independence. They were separated. They were broken. And everybody are on their own today. But at least the imperialists never have any other influence or control over their life and their land. We can go ahead and look at the Japan, the Taiwan, the Korean, and the Hong Kong. Their land were occupied by the Chinese. These were imperialists. But who empowered China to hold Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong under military occupation? These are the handwork of imperialists. I do not want to go into detail how all these things happen, but these people have experienced what we experience. But China, Japan fought war. Hong Kong fought war. Korea fought war. They are still fighting that war today to exercise complete domination over their land. Most of them, most of you don't know, are independent nation already, but not recognized by the whole world, like Korea. But of course, the world cannot predict what will happen to them if they ever move any action, military action against Korea. That is why you hear Americans say Korea don't launch bomb. Korea say we will launch the bomb. These people are still fighting to remove the hand of the imperialist from their family, from their country, from their people. Almost 174 countries in the world are occupied by British imperialists. But African, they never left. In Africa, the imperialists, the colonizers, they never left. They only give you fake independence. But like every other imperialist, every other colonizer, their method is by increasing military presence in their own colony. And here we are, Biafrans, having given us fake independence. The imperialists, the British government moved behind and contracted the Hausa, Fulani and the Yoruba to take over on behalf of them. The same way you can see some Japan, China, rather, trying to still make sure they bend Korean nation. North Korea, South Korea, anyhow they want to call it. Because they will always call America, come and support us. Let us intimidate North Korea. But it's all about freedom on one hand. And then it's all about criminals operating on the other hand, stealing and unnoticed. And today we cry every day. We lament every day. We want the world to understand what is happening. We have been saying that our land is under military occupation. They increase the presence of the military. Anywhere you go, wherever you go in Biafra land, they increase the presence of the military. And most of you do not understand. Most of you may not be able to get it clearly. But ask yourself a question. Are we in a war situation? Are we fighting war? If we are not fighting war at this moment, you ask yourself a question. Why are they constantly increasing military presence in Biafra land? Why are the Nigerian state increasing military presence in our land? This is what they have done before. This is what they keep doing. This is what they want to continue doing, because all they want is to make sure that they increase their military presence in our land. Increasing this military presence enables them to kill us, to weaken us, to emasculate us, to frustrate us, and reduce us to nothing. Their method and their agenda have not changed. On daily basis, you see them bringing in more military. And make no mistake about it, they are not going to withdraw. Nigeria is lacking army as we speak today to guide her border. But I tell you, they will go anywhere in the world to hire mercenary. And let me tell you what will happen. The more we advocate for Biafra, the more many countries in the world will lend their military in the guise of trying to protect you Africans. They are increasing. Japanese, Chinese, Indian, America, all of them, Britain, they are increasing their military presence in Africa. They are not there to guide you. They are there to protect their interests. The same way they can be using your people to increase the military presence in your community. They are never there for you. That is why you see the military presence in your country. Supposedly your country military will kill more of you than they will protect you. I want us to listen to an interaction between a Biafran and a Nigerian journalist, and maybe you begin to understand what the game exactly that they are playing.
Beyond and ahead of you.
IPOB, the indigenous peoples of Biafra, have made it into some kind of policy that they intend to attack as a first step.
No, they don't intend to attack.
They already did one. Senator, they did one already.
Oh, well.
Now understand how they form. That is Nigerian British lawyer, Yoruba to be precisely. He was talking to a man known as Abaribe, a Biafran supposedly. If he change tomorrow, we follow him like that. If Nigerian come after him because he speak the truth, and then Nigerian stupidity must be addressed without fear or favor. He started by saying, IPOB, they are threatening that they are going to kill Nigeria, and said so many things. But were we here before? This man would have gone back to begin to consider why IPOB member, the owner of Biafra land, behaving the way they are behaving. Were we here in 1980? But the same marginalization, was it not taking place in 1980? Were we here in 1970? But did the war that claimed over 10 million of our people not happen? Why will he look as if IPOB is the reason why we are doing what we are doing, and they want to change the narrative so you never see their info? IPOB. Today, IPOB is their problem. We assure you, IPOB will remain all your problem. IPOB will remain all your nightmare. From now to the end of eternity till you let Biafra go, even 1,000 years after Biafra is restored, IPOB will remain your problem. For you will never wake up from this nightmare. Look at what they are saying. IPOB have threatened to beat Alex Ekweme. What is his name? Ike Kurimado. Even though Ike Kurimado did like this and did like that, they even threatened to beat Buhari and all of you. But it is a shame you cannot tell us that the man in Aso Rock is not Buhari, but Jubri. It is a shame on all of you that you cannot address the issue that make IPOB to be threatening you. If at all you think it's a threat, we don't threaten people. We make a promise to you. You listen to them, how they yap and change the narrative. But do not forget, America did not only lead revolution, they fought British government. They fought the British until the freedom they so desire. It is now in their control. But for them to continue publishing other countries is what I do not understand. The Chinese had the same encounter. For them to be publishing their own brother is one thing I cannot understand. In Africa, they have never been free, but they have fake freedom. But for them to become the instrument to be undoing their own people is what I cannot understand. When we talk about Jubri, Buhari, you think these people are Caucasians or they are Indians or they are Chinese or they are whatever. But these people supposedly are black people. It is the same game. It is our right to self-determination. It is our right to civil disobedience. But these people truly don't know this.
So, well, is that what you mean? No, what they said is that...
No, where I'm going is this.
Yeah,
where I'm going is this.
Let me get where you're
Yes,
going.
they said that even though they did the first before they now announced it as a policy, maybe in order to keep the element of surprise, they attacked Deputy Senate President, your colleague, Ike Ekweremadu, in Nuremberg, in Germany. And then after that, they then said they were going to attack or publicly humiliate all Southeast.
But even with all this blackmail, it doesn't change anything. Because we will question you. We don't attack people. When we catch you anywhere in diaspora, I think your trip have reduced. You think we don't know what makes you people tick? Why you people are so stupid? Ingrate like all of you ruling Nigeria? You think we don't know what makes you behave the way you behave? We will bring you to account. Anywhere we catch any of you outside Nigeria, it is not a threat, it is a promise. We will not attack you, we will ask you question. If you are there to see your girlfriend, we will ask you question before your girlfriend. If you are there to deposit money in America or anywhere, FBI should be ready. We will ask you question. We are not withdrawing on what we said. And we pray you don't withdraw for your decision to kill us. Because in the end, one person must win. Oh, they threaten and they're carrying. The day we will meet Buhari anywhere in the world, we have access to him. That place, that country will be humiliated because they shall kill us before the global community. But that day, the world will know that man is not Buhari. Theresa May is growing old every day, but the lunatic in Aso Rock is growing younger every day, and you people are deceiving us. But we understand what you are doing. You intimidate us with the barrier of the gun. You harass us with the different kind of Boko Haram terrorists in the guise of security apparatus, and that is why you have to talk. But you people should come and be traveling now. It is December. It is Iriji. Come and do Iriji. No Yoruba governor or president will go free. No Hausa Fulani governor or neither Biafra. None of you will walk street free anywhere in the world. We promise you that. We won't attack you. We must ask you question. You must tell us why you have made our life miserable. We will ask you question. We are waiting for all of you. We can keep quiet unless some of you come and display your arrogancy. But we are going to ask you question.
Some leaders. And then, of course, Nigerian leaders. They threatened to go after the president during his visit to Japan for ticket 7. But those who have been watching this, point out a certain irony. The leadership of IPOB, the leader of IPOB, is said to owe his freedom today to you, Senator Ekweremadu, and a couple of others like that. So what went wrong that they now think you are part of the problem?
I don't think that is the best way to look at it. We start from the basis. What have been their grouse? Their grouse is what I had said earlier, which is we see a situation where in the same country there are bifurcated treatments for the same citizens. And so, if you're from the southeast, first, you're denied access to national resources. Secondly, the southeast is a zone that is under siege by all the security formations in this country.
Well, the reason they give is that the solution that IPOB has tried to implement was to secede.
No, I'm coming. The siege was there before IPOB.
Let us be sincere. Their fear, our crime, what they don't want, British government don't want is Biafra want to secede. But who lives in here and want to remain a citizen of the here? Are these people idiots? If Nigeria was actually a home to us, we will be fighting for secession. Our father did this almost 80 years ago, or rather 50-something years ago. They did this. They fought for this because of this unbearable situation. We, the children, are repeating everything. Have you forgotten the promise F. Young made to you people, General Philip F. Young? You don't want us to secede. You want to be killing us and you want us to be quiet. You want to be emasculating us and you want us to be quiet. You want to disenfranchise us and you want us to be quiet. You want to make sure our land is undeveloped. You want us to be quiet. You want to incarcerate us extrajudicially and you want us to be quiet. Extrajudicially killing our people. You want us to be quiet. You rape our women before our very eyes with impunity and you want us to be quiet. You taking over our land without even considering our position as a people and you want us to be quiet. You dominate us everywhere and you want us to be with you, a member of this goddamn Nigeria. We will give you Nigeria when the time comes. Oh, so your problem is they want to secede. But is there any other thing we are here for? We want to secede. But all these things you are seeing opposition, these are the influence of the imperialist. Like American, we will lead revolution. Like American, we will fight them. Like China, we will fight them. Like Japan, we will fight all of them. We will lead protest upon protest until our freedom is given to us.
From any time that you can go back from the end of the Civil War till today, if you go from the town of Onitsha to Owerri, and go from the town of Owerri to Aba, you will get not less than 140 police checkpoints. Every 1 kilometer, there's a police checkpoint. And what do? They're not checking for security. They're simply extorting money from commuters on the road, from bus drivers, KK drivers, almost about it's people pay to be posted to the southeast. And you leave the southeast and you're driving all the way to the rest of the country. You don't see the same type of intense policing, let's put it that way. So what the question you will ask yourself is, why are we different? Or why are we treated differently? That happened long.
But the answer is simple. The imperialists want to steal oil. The imperialists want to steal gold and silver. The imperialists want to take what is in our land. They want our land without us. That is why it's like that. From Abuja to Kano, the distance is more than from Delta to Rivers. But from Abuja to Kano, you will not see any military or police checking point. But I tell you, from Delta State to Rivers State, across south, and southeast, just from one direction, cardinal point, you will see more than, this is December now, every 2 feet. In a journey of close to 5,000 kilometers, every 2 feet is a checking point. Either civil defense or DSS or EFCC or ICPC or Air Force or artillery or Boko Haram, all of them are on checking point. Immigration, all of them, Navy, all of them are on the road. Inner light, bottom light, side light, checking point. And those of you who are coming home for December, some people won't come. They will rather come after the celebration because they are there to search all of you. What are they afraid of? But of course, for the imperialists to have their way, they have to increase military presence everywhere. They militarize everywhere, but we know what we are supposed to do. And that is exactly what you are doing. You people can cry foul. It looks today as if IPOB is the one beating Nigeria. But it is Nigeria that have been beating IPOB. All this while we never responded. Because they actually divide us, that we can't stand up to speak. Believe me, we are not yet fully recovered to unite ourselves back the way we were before we were destroyed. But we shall. We shall. And that is when your misery will be complete.
And before the question of IPOB came, they didn't bring people because of IPOB. It is the fact that all these things had happened, that there was a deliberate policy to cripple all the ports in the southeast region, Port Harcourt, Calabar, Warri, all those ones. None of them is working. You will have to take everything to Lagos. And so you're an importer in Onitsha. You must go to Lagos. The shortest one to you is Warri, actually, before even Port Harcourt, all those ones. Why? You can't have a ship pass through there. Why? No dredging. Why is there no dredging? Federal government policy, no contracts for it. So you ask yourself, if this is like this way, then that means that there is a deliberate policy to keep us down or something. And so, what is the reaction? 2 ways. You appeal or you fight. And so, you have 2 sets.
And we have been making appeal all this while. Ojukwu was slapped before the floor of Congress of Baboons because he actually fought for certain percentage to be given to the people of the Niger Delta, as they call themselves. Ojukwu received slap from Imarudiku. These are some of the things they don't tell you. We have made appeal. We have beckoned on their reasoning, appeal to their reasoning, their conscience. We have made them to see that this situation we are in cannot be accepted for a very long time. We have demonstrated our displeasure. We have complained about the gross injustice against us as a people. As far as I can remember, we changed our name to hide under the radar so this imperialist agent cannot kill us in our land. We are even ashamed to tell you this is who we are. Until today, with everything we have sacrificed in order to still remain human and relevant in Nigeria, all to no avail. Today now we have resolved to come out and fight. We start by revolution. If it means to bear arm, to carry gun, to get our freedom, do not forget, if the only option left for us is to fight war, all this military present will not save all of you. But it is an answer to our prayer on the end of the day. That is why when you build more military, we are begging you to build. Do you know Americans have to hijack the ammunition bought by British government to control and intimidate America, to beat Britain out of America? Do you people know what the train workers did? Britain was shipping in ammunition into America to finish America, and they would have been gone. The only line of defense there was to make sure that ammunition does not get to British camp in America. And the only people who could make that possible were common train workers, train conductor, those who sweep train road. They put their life on the line and disconnected that railway line. And when that train, Britain train got there, it scattered. And this ammunition entered the hands of America. Today, let Britain go to America and talk to Donald Trump. Don't you see how Donald Trump treated the Theresa May of Britain? That is why we are praying today. All the barracks and armory you are building in Biafra land, all your checking point, when the time will come, you will abandon them. We have been praying for more barracks. Please come and build barrack in Abo, because we need them. Idiots.
Some people in the southeast now, those who want to, let's continue talking, let's see how we can resolve this issue. And then those who say, no, we're already down and out. What else does it take? Let us all die.
That is the position we find ourselves.
Turns a blind eye. And I continue to say, and I have sat on the floor of the Senate and I've said it. Why has this federal government not ever opened their mouth to say that the herdsmen are terrorists? Why?
No, Boko Haram are not terrorists.
Why would this federal government not ever agree that?
Now, I must say, if this statement is the only statement made by Abaribe, I say children of Abaribe will be better than all of us. May God be with them. Despite his eating from Nigerian money, may God be with all of them. If every Nigerian leader will come out and tell themselves the truth this way, I don't think we will be here today. Because their sincerity will condemn our action. Their politeness in addressing issues that regard us will make us guilty before the Creator. But no, they are going to kill them, shoot them, destroy them, incarcerate them. All of you are idiots. Fulani headsmen are gentlemen in Nigeria. Boko Haram are loving brothers and neighbors. Go and ask Osibanjo. Are we talking about the terrorist security outfit everywhere? But no, it is IPOB, the people who are exercising their right to self-determination. They are the first they are calling terrorists. And there's some lunatic countries around the world are aiding and abetting the terrorist country called Nigeria. Terrorist breeding ground created by British government. Because you are going to shut us up. You will handle us. Come and handle us. The only option you left for us to fight for our freedom by AK-47, we will make sure that this Nigeria will burn down. And from the ashes, a new generation will emerge.
All those people who are carrying AK-47s are killing people are terrorists. Yet, it was so easy to quickly go to court to get an injunction and declare IPOB terrorists. That means that in the mindset...
Point of correction. They didn't go to court to get injunction to declare IPOB terrorists. They declared IPOB terrorists first before going to market to shop for court injunction. They have declared IPOB terrorists, and we stand asking them, on what ground, on what judicial angle, on what judicial preamble, what gives you the right by the book, by the law, according to Nigerian, to declare us terrorists without due process? That is when they begin to call different judicial market. Yes, so Shodoke Law School, do you have any copy and paste to justify our declaring IPOB terrorists? We were declared terrorists before they went for court injunction. Idiots.
Of those who are running this country today, they see some people as their enemies. They have not come out of the Civil War. 50-something years later, They are still fighting the civil war. And so what they do today is that they come and call us. I'm a politician. I'm one of those who are seen as, and say, oh, don't worry. If you just be with us, we will make you president. And they think they are talking to fools. And they tell us, oh, don't worry. This is time for Igbo president. No Igbo man wants a president. What we want is that you restructure this country so that me and you, Lade, we are seen as citizens. So that if I carry an AK-47, you jail me. It's not if I carry a flag, you jail me, and then I carry an AK-47, you say, leave him, he's our brother coming from Burkina Faso.
Nigeria army pardon Boko Haram, and idiots are rejoicing, but they are looking for us. Don't worry. You've taken our life from us. We have been warning you. All these things you people are doing, you are pushing us gradually. Very soon we shall become invisible. That is why we are calling our people, identify with IPOB, because once we give tag to our people, we will go invisible. Those of you who are trying to shut us down in your country, you will not see us to shut us down. If we go invisible, you will see the lack of what you have not seen. You are fighting ISIS and you are behaving like a hero. We are telling you to go and register with the nearest IPOB, because very soon we shall give tag to our people. And you won't see us again. Do we know what our life is taken from us already? For your information, we have nothing to lose. He that is down has nothing to lose. We fear no fall. But you won't understand. You want us to come here and tell you everything we have in our mind. You want us to become invisible. We shall be invisible for you. You won't see us anymore. You will call us and say, come, let's talk, and we will not be there. We will sting you. The venom of this evil you have done to us. They carry flag, oh, give us Biafra, give us Biafra. You jail us, you give us flimsy charges. Set up before kangaroo court. Parade us as criminal. But every day, they are freeing Boko Haram and recuperating them into the Nigerian military. Fulani herdsmen and the rest of them. You people are very idiot. We are just arranging your stupidity for you. For nobody will be justified. We wish Shariat. We are not bending our mouth. I'm not preaching from German. And don't think somebody was saying, oh, this is our leader. Hey, you think our leader is out of Nigeria because he's looking at all this idiot? I'm in Urugudu. I'm not challenging anybody, but I'm telling you the truth. And there are more fierce and deadliest IPOB members than you can imagine. These people are mad. These people are crazy. We unleash them against Nigeria. All of you will run out of our land. But we want the world to go by the law. The rule of law. Transparent justice system. And now we have been shouting for how many years? Of course, we remembered 7 years of shouting. 7 years of shouting. Some people say, yeah, let them continue. 7 years. You think we are stupid?
But you haven't touched on what I said.
And what is that?
About IPOB.
I have touched on IPOB, and I've told you the underpilling.
Why do they think that you are now part of the problem?
The reason really, the reason really is that they look at me, they look at Ekweremadu, they look at all of us, and they say, but you people are sitting down there. Because they are also young.
Every day we come out, we curse all the governors, we tell them they are idiots, Biafran governors. Of course, most of them are idiots. We are talking to them not because we have any issue with them. And now do you say Babu and Chimpanzee? Do we know him? Do I know him? I'm a Biafran, but I'm not a Southeast man. Neither am I a South man, but I am a Biafran. Most people don't know. When I see people say, some people will say, you are idiot. You are idiot. People don't understand. My people can be misbehaving and behaving like fools. Do you know that after Umunede, the next community there is Mbiri? Do you know the meaning of Mbiri? You have a replica of Mbiri in Imo State. It means Ubi Uri, the kitchen of Uri. But we couldn't say this before. Our brain has been readjusted. Do you know Onitsha people are not Igbo people of the Southeast, as they say? That is why no Onitsha man can be governor of Anambra State. And so when you are in Anambra yapping and say you will kill me the day you will see me in Anambra, that day I will send you to Ebonyi State where you come from, idiot. So when we are talking to you, you are not our concern. You are idiot. The governors are not our concern. Our pain with all of them, why we must ask them questions, is they can't be there not being able to say the truth. Look at Abaribe saying the truth the way it is. But I think his name is working for him. And that is why the first time I begin to hear about this man, I studied him. And one thing I took away from him there was his name. Enyi Naya. Enyi Naya. The friend of the fathers. The friend of his father. See a son that loves his father. See a son that believes in his father. You will understand the relationship between George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. That man is a friend of his father. And I tell you, his father is pure breed Biafra. No contaminated blood there. And then if he can say the truth, even though they have to kill him tomorrow, tell me why we will see him anywhere and talk to him. In fact, for what saying this truth, even though he mess up tomorrow, when you see any Naya anywhere in the world, you give him a heroic welcome. What is the Yoruba name? Is it Fani Kayode or whatever is his name? But anywhere we see him around the world, we will give him a heroic welcome. You say the truth, you say the truth. But am I saying we will trust Yoruba people? We sent you there to talk to Nigerians, but you go there and collect money and look for presidency to kill us. And all of you want us to keep quiet? Increase your military presence in our land, because we understand this is part of the agenda
People
of the imperialists.
Believe that you should do the fight, and not that there are other ways of engaging in this. We're not as young as they are. Most of us have crossed 60, and so we believe that you should talk. Quite all right. So you could understand their frustration, because what they will feel is that, I mean, you have talked for too long at every point, you know, and they will tell them, no, understand it. 4 years is not an eternity. So we will have to continue to do these engagements. Let me put it that way.
But from what you said, the political calculus, I've spoken to quite a number of people, and the political calculus is said to now favor the Southeast.
It's not true. Not true. It's nothing but
If as the political alignments are,
Yes.
and they have been since 1999,
yes,
the South-South, the Southwest have each had a president.
yes,
The Northwest has had a
yes,
president. And now, if you take it beyond the geopolitical zones and you talk of simply North and South, it started in the South, it's gone to the North, it's come back to the South, it's gone to the North, and by 2023, it's supposed to come back to the South. In this chair you are sitting, Chief Edwin Clark.
Now, all these things, they are trying to deceive you. It is going to back to the north, it is go back to the west. Check how many years Nigeria is since independent. Biafra have been president for only 6 years. Only 6 years. And that Biafra is not from the southeast. That 6 years, 2 years was by mistake. We voted for him. At least let somebody from Biafra land be there. 4 years. After that 4 years, Obama, former president of America, kicked him out of office. Since 1960 to today, so many years? Only Obasanjo, Yoruba man, have ruled more than 12 years or 14 years. The rest is Hausa Fulani. And somebody's trying to deceive you. He gone to the north, he now moved to the west, he now returned to the south, he now move again. Why did you say he come to the east? But in non-share, you have 3 countries inside Nigeria. The north, the west, and the east. Nothing like south here, we are the easterners. Forget about the concocted name they give to us. And so if you go by that, the west, the north, and the east. The East has been in power since 1960 for only 6 years. And these 6 years, 2 years is by mistake. 2 years was the only time or the second time there were free and fair election in Nigeria, and they knew good luck will still win even 100 times over. What did American president do? American president regime warned him. They called him and said, get out. The Bishop of Canterbury, all of them, Adeboye, were calling good luck Ebere Jonathan to evacuate the office, or they will kill Igbo. Igbo always pay the brunt. And then, of course, we are children. Yes, he moved from the north and now moved. Only Obasanjo have ruled Nigeria more than the whole of the Biafran people. But they are deceiving us. But we keep saying, you be playing your game of deception because you think you are deceiving us. My brother UCK, aka, you have said that we should educate our people that freedom is given and not taken. That is the truth. The world is on trial because of the issue of Biafra. We are crying so all of them will hear. Because if we make a move now, all of them will bring out their nuclear weapon against us. But if we will get to that angle, we will make sure that in the nearest future, their conscience, guilty conscience will kill them and their generation, even though they don't have a soul. We know what we are doing.
Chief John Wodo have all said that in the case of Chief Clark, it was clear that there's no contesting it. Morality, justice, and even politics dictate that it is the zone of the Southeast. So when you say, as the most senior ranking Southeasterner in the government structure today, that that's not true, many people will be taken aback.
Yeah, I'll have a very simple answer to that. If somebody cannot let you be his gate man, how is he going to give you the keys to his house to come and live in the house? And I've just pointed out to you, show me that one person in this present government of APC, apart from statutory people, who is in this government. Show me one. Statutory ministers. Of course, you must have ministers. That is what the Constitution. Tell me which other person. They have SGF, they have this, they have E, they have A, they have all those ones. They never let any person from the Southeast get near. And then they will tell the Southeasterner, oh, this and that they will get there. How are you going to get there? And I continue to reiterate and I ask everybody in APC, if you don't let me be your gate man, how can you give me the key to your house? Because if you want me to be president, that means you're going to bring me in. I'm going to be part of what you do. I'm going to have a role in your government. So if you're a minister, you don't see the president except you go through the chief of staff. Is that not what we're told? Or you write your memo and it goes through the secretary to government. So where do you get in? Where? Yet we have top people. We had former Senate presidents and all that who are part of the APC. Yet they are nowhere to be found.
They have silenced all the idiots.
And so if somebody by his demeanor, by his action, does not let you even smell the seat of government, and then the man tells you, don't worry, in 4 years' time, I'm going to give it to you. How will you believe him? That means you're not thinking. So, and that's why I'm saying that those of us who have seen all this, we are saying, it really doesn't matter what you tell me. Because what you tell me is not what is happening. We want that we do devolution of powers. We change the revenue formula. We make sure that part of the revenue formula is the criteria is changed so that you can move things away. That population plays a part and no longer land mass and all that. Those are the things that we need to do for us to know that we are having a viable union.
And honestly, brother Abaribe, it is too late, little too late for that. No negotiation again. Nigeria must be destroyed. No restructure. No devolution of power. It is Biafra or Biafra. But when you see all these things, I must tell you the truth, playing out, understand that these are the influence of the imperialists. They know how they do their thing. If we must be liberated from the power of this imperialist, who have indirectly increased the power of the military, the president of the military and the tout in the corridor of power in our land, it is just to gain total control of our economic. We must make sure that all of us, if we must free ourselves, we must sustain this agitation. Biafrans across the globe, if you must stop this injustice, one of the remedy is to make sure that the agitation is sustained. We must be willing to sponsor this revolution by every means necessary. It is never easy for any of us. The resources are not even there. But we must sustain it, and it must be funded. It must be funded. And nobody will do this for us except we do it by ourselves. Look at money and backing policy, monetary policy they are introducing every day. It is because they want to know who sponsor IPOB. How do IPOB? Some of you even aid them. Do you know how much data we used to come on air on this segment alone? But I tell you, we don't even have support, a pin of what we use here. But we will continue to be here as far as we are alive. Because our leaders say as far as we come up on this radio Biafra, every day Biafra must come. Biafra must come. And somebody gonna sponsor it. Our brother Mbadike from USA have been calling, come and buy transmitter, come and buy transmitter. It will amuse you. People who are enjoying us are the one listening. The people who are supposed to hear this thing, many of them are not listening. We must support this revolution, because if we don't, nobody will. We must devote, or rather we must revolt against the policy of this imperialist terrorist. We must be prepared to fight for this freedom that we seek for. I'll be back in a minute.
United Nations, you gave us law of self-determination. We follow the principles in freedom fighting. But why does the life of a black man doesn't matter to you all? Biafrans are being massacred in large quantities. Instead of getting help from you people, you got us shooting.
This is the story of Biafrans who died on the road of freedom. This is the story of the motherless searching for a lovely home.
They were shot by the military. No one knew what it all began.
A painful history, living a life of misery. United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let the Africans fall? United Nations, why did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall?
We are known for being blunt about the truth. Federal and world bodies can't even deny this obvious proof that these keys we are starved to death. None of them were left. Together we stand against this ruthlessness.
You made us believe in you, you gave us your word, and now they are killing us and spilling apart. Pain, some misery, we've had it up, we've had it up. You and the USA, stand up for us, we've had it up.
We have been running our own in all the zones. Since the crashes of the great nations, we still haven't grown. We cannot second the thoughts. Yes, we need to go back to our home. Yeah, our home.
What have we done to this missing human treatment? What is a crime that doesn't let it now environment? Emperors are suffering every day. What more can we say if that's the price that we must pay? We must pay.
And I'm so disappointed in USA, UN and the government.
That's why
United Nations, why did you let the children children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let the Africans fall? United Nations, why did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall? Yeah. Did you let the children fall? They are killing us every day. Only God will save our lives. And you will never get to allow your life. Let the blood of Adam crying in the wilderness. I had to shed blood of their grandchildren. Crying loud.
The people, you see them watch them killing people. I got no much to say, but one thing I'ma say is stop the fight for world stats, world stats.
Give me my life back. I'm locked up in bitterness.
My eyes are red and swollen, but no one can see the tears in my eyes. My people keep on falling. Maybe someday they will come back to life.
United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let the Africans fall? United Nations, why?
Yes, of course, our heart is locked up in bitterness. Our freedom is all we seek for. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. If you are a Biafran anywhere you are in the world, you are not yet joined IPOB, we encourage you, we advise you, we admonish you. Send us your name and your location and your phone number. And of course, that is when you know you are a Biafran. But if you still feel you are in Nigeria, please do not come. We don't need you. But of course, we got to do what we got to do. Send us your data on our WhatsApp line. And you are a Biafran musician, those of you doing this masterpiece, this wonderful work, to encourage those of us in the studio here. We want all of you to send your name, your phone number, and your data as we are trying to put on the Biafran music industry together. Send your data there. We want to know who sang this music. So many wonderful pieces out there. Send your name, your data, everything to this WhatsApp line. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number main for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. And of course, like I said, our line is open. Caller on the line.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning from here.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
My name is Abba. I call you from Abba. So, please, I want to join us meeting.
Send your data to the WhatsApp line. Send your name, your phone number, and your location to our WhatsApp line. We will pick it up from there. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp. Your name and where are you calling from? Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
The issue now that I want to be full to put on my WhatsApp line.
Look for somebody to help you do that. I cannot help you if you can't help yourself. Look for a friend that has WhatsApp and let them help you. Thank you very much. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, Mazi, I'm here, Mazi. Good morning, sir, Mazi, our African rep.
Go ahead, please.
And good afternoon from South Korea. My name is Mazi Ifani Chuku. I hail from Okigwe in Imo State, Biafra land. Mazi, I want to thank you for your great work you are doing for us. I pray that Almighty Chuku Okigwe will continue to bless and protect and guide you and strengthen you in a special way. Even your wife, your children, Chuku Okigwe will protect all of you. And my special greetings goes to our director, our great leader, Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu. I pray Mokike protect and guide him also. Our deputy, all Biafrans, everywhere we are, pray that Chukwu Okike will bless each of us and allow us to see Biafra. Mazi, I just want to thank you and also say that everything I've said is nothing but the truth. We are everywhere. The purpose of Hausa, Alamajiri, their purpose is just to kill anything that has to do with us. They want to render us useless. And the dangerous people we have in Biafra land, what is that his name? Rocha Sukara, Hausa, and Ojus Okalo. These two people, they are very, very dangerous. You see them jumping from here and there, eyeing the Zoo presidency. We have nothing to do with
FBI will soon come and indict all of them. They should hold on. Their voice is coming down now. They behave like the owner of Nigeria before. Where is Seike Kurimadu and the rest of them? Their voice is coming down. FBI will soon come and indict them. Idiots everywhere. Go ahead, please.
So what I'm saying, my brother, you see all these people jumping here and there. They want to use the blood of Biafrans, being killed every day, being murdered by this Boko Haram in Hausa uniform. In the military uniform to come and kill our people. They want to use us to become a president in that useless country. We don't need zoo presidency. They should go to hell with their presidency. We don't need it. We need our region. We want to control our resources. Everywhere, we scattered everywhere, all over the world. Come to South Korea here. These people, they have nothing here. Nothing like natural resources, but everything is working. Their airplane, sea, train, everything is working here. We are here suffering. Sometimes the way I talk about Nigeria to my workers here, they will think you people have everything. I tell them that Nigeria is like a hellfire now.
To Nigeria, the resources is the cause. Go ahead, please.
I tell them that Nigeria is just like a hellfire on earth. We have everything, but if you go, they can't even spend like no Korean person here can go to Nigeria and spend like 2-3 days without running away, or they will just kill themselves. But here we are suffering, doing everything. You need to see the code here. When the code is too much, I'll be wearing like 2-3 trousers, 4 shirts, just hard jackets, because we're looking for money here. Meanwhile, we have everything in our place. This useless house, God will punish every one of them, or this every one among them. God will destroy. In fact, I have been praying that God, instead of Biafra not to come, it's better for God to destroy this world, because without Biafra, we are nothing. Life is useless without Biafra. Biafra is all that we want, and we need nothing less than Biafra. We don't need anything. We are tired of zoo. I didn't hate to be associated myself with a zoo. Even any place that asks me, I'm not in Nigeria. Nigeria is we call it a Srigi. Nigeria is a useless country. We have nothing to do with zoo. In fact, may God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for coming at this point in time. I wonder if our director is not at the scene by this time. I wonder what will have become of us. Whether they have been destroy us without anybody talking about that. I thank our brother, our Senator Enya Baribe. He should continue doing his good work. We are taking notice. God will continue to protect him. No evil from all these useless zoo politicians in Biafra land shall harm him. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. From here, South Korea. God bless you, my brother. You are doing a great job.
The presence of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a timely divine intervention. No greater miracle. We couldn't ask for more. His appearance was something that we needed. In a time like that, Chukwu Okike Abiama sent him. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes, good morning, my Lord. Chukwu Okike Abiama bless you. I bless all IPAB members and the hardcore IPAB and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwu Okike Abiama bless our deputy leader. My name is Kinikam College from Enugu province of Biafra land. I want to thank Enyimaya Baribe. Enyimaya, that is what he said that his name is working for him.
With this his speech now, with this his truth now, FBI will soon indict him. But just be watching. Or Britain will soon indict him. Or Fulani will soon indict him. That is what they do. They bamboozle the so-called leaders that they can't speak up again. If they would have been able to shut us down, by now they would have done that. Our people were serving murdered. We know and we witnessed their dead body. Our people have been incarcerated. We know and we there among us. Benjamin Madubugu is there. Bright Chimezia is there. David the one we see is still there. They are still going to one kangaroo court or the other. But we know all these things. None of them can stop us. Idiots everywhere. Go ahead, please.
Don't mind them. Any nobody will have said the truth and they will not do him anything. Since they could not kill him. You know that one time they kidnapped him in the night. Yeah, they did not succeed in kidnapping him and go and kill him in one place or the other like that. Because I don't know that if he reaches a police station or somewhere that day, the next day they bring him back. They have kidnapped him before. They couldn't be able to kill that Enina, so they will not do him anything. He is a Biafra. That man is trying to use question and get him. But he don't know that Enina he have common sense and knows what to answer at any time, any day, any hour, even if you wake him up in the morning and just started asking him a question. He knows what to answer. We are intelligent. We don't think like the people that they deceived. And my anger is that many who are supposed to be listening to Radio Biafra are not listening. They are there wallowing around, listening to all these cock and bull stories and all these fake lies that the Nigeria is bringing to their newspaper and their media. You didn't see how that man is asking a very good question as if he has been in the sky. He never stepped his feet in Nigeria. Of course, he has to do the bidding
of the people who pay him. He who paid the papa, the two.
Yes, but he was there when they killed his sister. And since that day, they died the case of that sister that they killed along Ibadan Express Road. That's how they will be killing their own people. Let them not talk. We are their friends who will be talking whenever they cause us to talk. How can you come and keep all the militaries on the road? They are not doing anything. They are only collecting money, 50 naira. That one that I always quarrel if I follow a card, I give them 50 naira. They will give them 50 naira, the other one will give them 100 naira. And if you do not give them, they will cock a gun and start shooting. Shooting is not even in the air, they will shoot direct to the car and start killing people because of 100 naira, because of 50 naira. And they are telling us to shut up our mouth, to keep calm. And they are calling us terrorists just to shut up our mouth and to grab us and kill. Any nobody they have answered them. May you go Kadema bless you, my Lord. May you go Kadema bless you. All the IPOB in a care all the AFO. All of us who live to see Biafra, you will live to see Biafra. Kadema will bless everyone. Nobody will live to see Biafra. Nobody will die again in the hand of these two countries. We fight them to the end.
Thank you very much. If the only option they give to us is to fight for our freedom through the forges of the iron in the fire, and then let God be praised in the end. Call on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, please. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. May God bless you and protect you. Our them as in the condition of may God protect them and bless them and keep them alive until we restore in our time. My name is Mr. Shukuri. I'm calling all the way from Switzerland. I'm from Oka Province, Biafra land. So my contribution this morning is based on what I heard last night, because I'm following your program last night. After your program, I begin to follow the next program after you from America, Biafra, area Biafra, Fulani. So there, what I learned yesterday, since that yesterday night till this morning, I have never slept, because when somebody is too much angry, it's yesterday I know that anger can make you not to sleep. About Nyangodo and the mother is doing against the Biafran people. So what I learned that Nyangodo tell the Fulanese that he is the one in control of Biafran land that is not the indigenous people of Biafra, that is not we IPOP, that he has to deal with us by himself, he and Ike Kuremade. For this reason, they planted all their saboteurs in all Biafran lands, all the places where the indigenous people are meeting. They have their agents there, and they feed the Fulanis information when we meet, where we sleep, who is the leader, who do this, where to push checking point, where to strike, where to arrest, where to adopt to unknown places. So all those things that you see that is happening now in Biafran land, the architect is Ohanaeze, because they promise the Sokoto Caliphate that they are in charge, and they want to show them that they are in charge of Biafran land, that they can deal with us and they can defeat us, and they are so they are using their informant to fight us, to feed those who are our enemies. And you know, when somebody who is sleeping with you becomes your enemy, your life is finished. So who is fighting us now is Nyanwodo, Ohanaeze, and Ike Kuremade. They are the one now who is responsible for all the killings, all the shaking points, all the adoption to unknown places in Biafran land. They are the one. And then Nyanwodo says that he must satisfy the Fulanis and show them that he is in charge, that is not us. So that is what he's fighting for now. So after hearing this, the comment from all those comments from that man that is crying that any day he died, that is in Nyanwodo and they put a mad is responsible, because he's telling them to stop killing their people in the name of Ohanaeze. Now they are planning to kill him. So the man said that he have made 3 videos and he have keep it secret, that anyway, but he will not play that video until he died, so that we will know who killed him, because he's telling them to allow the people to fight for their future. Nyan would say no, that the future of Biafrans is in his hand, and Ohanaeze, that there can never be Biafra because they are eating bribe from Fulani. They have no work. So, but my contribution is, I have to say my mind. We have waited for too long, but I will just say no one draw agenda for us, and I believe him. So we are waiting for our leader, but we have waited for so long. If you ask me to say, I will say this in Nyanwodo, that is, and I remember that now is a snake sleeping with us. We have to do something about these 2 people first. And start waiting again.
Of course, this is not the place to advocate, and that is why you have to join IPOB family. Of course, that is your opinion. What we do is left for us. We will respond at the right time. We must continue. Thank you very much, my brother. Biafrans across the globe must understand, nobody write our agenda for us. We will not make a single mistake. We can never miscalculate for any reason. We must be patient. We must allow them to exhibit their stupidity before the global community. We will respond to them adequately, believe me. There will be no shadow of turning back when it comes to this issue of restoring Biafra, because that is the only reason why we exist, and that is why we are here. Call and WhatsApp your name and where are you calling from?
The fearless lion with a limitless life. Good morning, sir.
Mazi, good morning, sir, from here. Go ahead, please.
I must be older than you, but I call you sir, because your knowledge is in depth. Your analysis is in depth. Your intelligence is in depth. Mazi George Onyibe. Onyo gathering ma 24/7. Na Chineke eke hoge eke okpuru ga-akpụ. Because ihe si gị n'ọnụ na-apụta. I don't know where you get this information, but I'm na Chineke Chukwu Okike Abịama is feeding you. Just like he is feeding all the leadership of IPOB. Na izuru ka eme. Every day I listen to you is different level. Buhari, Buhari before he died, also he will take to Nigeria to different level. We have now seen all the different level. I am praying for Joe to Alaribe. I listened to the comment, to the interview. This is a man full of to him. This is a true Igbo man. This is a true Biafra. No wonder our leader said that we should go and vote for him. Even if you put the pistol at the head of this man, Alaribe, he will still speak the truth. May his lineage live to see the benefit of Biafra. Your analysis of today, I leave my radio on 24/7 just to hear you. I wake up with you. I go to bed with you. It's not like me to be transformed like this. The only day I did not listen to Radio Biafra, it looks like that day have not started. I praise you all. I praise my leader that started this project. I call him my leader. They say, Ibwemweze. Are you Wereze now? Are you Wereze now?
We were shouting before, Ibwemweze, who will lead them? Now we have found a leader now. It becomes a problem for them.
I met a Yoruba man. He said, you look like a Nigerian. I said, I'm not a Nigerian. No. He said, are you cursing me? I'm a Biafran. They ran away.
Of course, it's a bitter truth, but they must hear the truth.
They ran away.
They must accept the truth.
You see, what we need to understand as Biafran nation is that the whole world is afraid of us. The whole world is afraid of us. Talk less the zoo. The zoo are wanna pay. The zoo wanna pay. They have nothing else to hang on to. Look at the analysis this evening. Every 1 kilometer in our land, there's a checkpoint. Even these zombies, they pay to be posted to southeast. What? Why? Because they want to go and collect money. They want to go and be given dirty naira. Dirty naira. We will get our freedom. We will get our Biafra. And may God continue to inspire, protect our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The closest person to him, the nearest patriot to him is Ojukwu. And the man, the only man I call Mukike, a loyal servant. Oh, Uche Mefo, God will bless you. Uche Mefo. Oh.
Thank you very much. We must continue.
Mazi, keep on the good work. You are inspiring a lot of people. You are inspiring a lot of people, including me. I call you a professor. Somebody called you lecturer the other day. I said, no, this man is not a lecturer. He's a professor. You are a man of God. You are a man of wisdom. Because he is saying, no, it's not from this world, though. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Keep on the good job.
God
and may God bless all the hierarchy of IPOB. There's no going back. We must get Biafra. We must get Biafra. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, sir. My sister, go ahead. Good morning.
Three white men. na-ekene Maazị Abalịbe eziokwu na-akwụ ọtọ ka kandụl aka na-ekpuchi ọnwa agbara na ihe o kwuru na nduzi ga na-eme ihe na ndote onweghị ha ga-eme ya eziokwu na-ese n'elu mmiri owudisi Abalịbe na Sineti mgbe ha nọ na-ekwu okwu onye dịchi na onye akwụkwọ were bọtụ wọta ike ekwere mmadụ ọdịzi Abalịbe standụ kwa were kwụkwọdọtụ bọtụ wọta ebe tụgwakwara ebe a gosi na nwoke ka ọ bụ nwoke eji eje mba onye anyị chọrọ n'ọnwụ na na-atụ nne m anwụ na nne m anwụ na nne m na-arụ onye gosi na o nwere ọnwụ jiri ara afọ Abalịbe ha bụrụ na Chukwu ga na-agọzi gị ụkwụ ọma akpọgị n'ezi ngọdịwere gị mmadụ na Biafra na ọbịago inweta ihe oyi na-eme n'obodo oyibo rakidatawa brọda na-ekwuru inweta ihe oyi na-eme n'obodo oyibo nke anyị webe inweta ihe oyi ifụgbọ esi na-eru ha akwụ ebe ha na-awụgharị ebe ndị eke na-achụgharị ha ndị polisi nọ na-achụgharị ha yukiti pepụl ndị gbapụtasịrị n'obodo oyibo na ha na-achọ ka achị ndị memọpụ ka achịta ego ụfọdụ onye na-aba ha afọ ego adịla aja etiri eti ha etewa mgbe nta agha ga-ebekwanụ biko nnachido ezigbo Maazị Enyibe ọ dị tọpik ị na-eme ka ezi mgbe ị ga-edesi ya ka ụdị otu ihe na-agbadata gị n'isi okwu nwere ka iji na-eme ya etebeghị n'aka ihere ụra ibidokwa etu isi etiriti etu iji enweta ezi tọpik ihe ahụ fọrọ ma bụ my
sister, we have Chukwuka Kabiama with us, and every minute, every second, they are fashioning way to undo us. And all this, their action is what Chukwuka Kabiama used to inspire us on what is going on. As we are talking now, these people are gallivanting, parabolating everywhere, looking for the next Biafra man to humiliate. We have something to say. Unlike them, they begin to sound like broken record all over because we've not done anything to them. You can imagine a police of a whole country. He say, "Oh, we are waiting for Mazen and the Kano. Let him come and bury his father." But we know how they operate. But we give God the glory because we are witness to their excesses.
We are 7 steps ahead them. How would you? Because when I think I do this, you went into it, away everything, hammer. You. About it is about everywhere. After I am in Europe. You go and I said, like I wanted to get about the Morgan was a whole hospital. Next year, we are two survivors. I'm not survivor. After I want to work on the ever in the area of our windows, they ndị agha ha ji ijiri everywhere na-arịọ arịa arịrịọ ịghọtago asụsụ amaraghị anyị ahụ anyị living by oil one asị na enwe we are not living by it we are still making it ịghọtago ụdị ihe dị otu a so ihe ha na-eche na-eme na ọkwa ọ na-eche na wariga na oge esi bọda wee bata ha na-eche ikuku amaghị ikuku ka ha na-eche mgbe ọ ga-eme ha na ọ ga-eme ha aba only but one day. Then we show Kabiama.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, my sister.
Sir.
We must continue. Yes, sir. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
God bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. The name of the Lord bless you in Jesus' name. My brother, this morning, and my name is Evangelist. The Lord has sent me to declare to his people, just and all over the world, our leader, his word. The Lord said it's him that will bring Biafra to pass. And therefore his word must declare so that it can reside in the heart of our people. So I'm declaring this word this morning in the book of Isaiah, 1, 8-16. Behold, Israelites who are found residing in Africa are my servants, Jacob, that's Biafra, whom I have chosen, the descendants of Abraham, my friend, you whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called from its farthest region, and said to you, you are my servant, I have chosen you, and have not cast you away. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not moved, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Behold, all those who are incensed against you shall be ashamed and disgraced. They shall do nothing, and those who strive or fight with you shall perish. You shall seek them and not find. Those who contended with you, those who war against you, shall be as nothing, as a non-existent thing. So I, the Lord your God, will hold your right hand, saying to you, my son, Mazi Nnamdi Okwu Kanu, Uche Mefo, and all true Biafrans, fear not, I will help you. Fear not, you IPOBians. You Biafrans, I will help you, says the Lord, and your Redeemer, the Holy One of Biafra. Behold, I will make into a new threshing sledge. You shall fit. You shall thresh the zoo and all the peoples and nations against you, and beat them small and make them like chaff. You shall win them. The wind shall carry them away, and the wild wind shall scatter them. You shall rejoice in the Lord and glory in the Holy One, Yahweh. And with a voice of singing, declare, proclaim this, utter it to the end of the earth. Say, the Lord has redeemed his nation, Biafra. So we will shout, freedom, Biafra. And so we must agree with the Lord once again, and we must utter it to the end of the earth. Because the Lord has redeemed his nation, Biafra. So we will shout it again. Biafra, freedom! In the name of Jesus Christ. This is the word of the Lord. God bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. And hopefully this is where we will draw the curtain for this morning segment, because our time is already fast spent. What can I say to you? Wonderful Biafrans across the globe, making these things to work. Thank you for being sensitive to the leading of the spirit of Chukwukika Biama. Men and women standing by to do the needful. May the Lord be with you. Our leader and the deputy. May the Lord continue. In fact, may your hand be made strong by the hand of the Almighty until the end of time. For before you, your enemies shall bow and humiliated before you. They were those that said that you will be disgraced internationally. They are the ones that have been humiliated and disgraced locally and internationally. They have all gone dumb. But I say to you, it is going to be all right. It is going to be all right.
This song is dedicated to the victims of this genocide. Those who lost their lives from 1967 to this very moment.
I had to do this song quickly, but brother man, I don't believe you. Shake a man to the beat, yo. But brother man, listen up. Tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna
gonna bring us down. The money we keep rising up. See betrayers wanna bring us down. The money we keep rising up. Bring your gun and your bullet and bazooka and your grenade and Biafrans. We will fight till the end. See them sabotage, laying cowardice in the corona. But we will win them all. We will win them all. Nnamdi Kanu, he's the leader. He says it's gonna be alright, it's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldiers that it's gonna be alright. I say you tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. Follow me down that Biafran soldier that is gonna be alright. I say you tell that Biafran soldier that is gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier. Follow me, tell them. Tell our mothers, our fathers, that is gonna be alright. Tell our brothers, our sisters, be alright, it's gonna be alright.
I remember a very good brother man from my nation,
Biafra land. Hey. Oh na 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 na, what a wicked war.
a junior, another day, Biafrans, shot by
the military.
Because of our
freedom, we're going to the rolling drums.
One thing I know,
forward ever, backward never.
We will one day
avenge our day.
Someday,
somewhere, someday. That is gonna be alright.
I need to build a Biafran soldier.
That is gonna be alright.
Follow me
down that Biafran soldiers.
That is
gonna be alright.
Follow me.
Tell that Biafran soldiers that is gonna be alright.
Tell that
Biafran soldiers
gonna be alright.
Follow me. Tell the wounded. No mother and father,
I say it's gonna
be alright.